Hi, peeps. It's James Lott Jr. This is Daytime Today. Today, I was perusing the interwebs and I'm seeing a lot of talk about the sudden recent pairing of two teenagers, Jake Webber and Charlotte Cassadine. Hold on for a second. So it's funny, and seeing them together is very interesting. You know, we need young love. We need some intergenerational stuff going on. It's a staple of soaps. But I'm seeing the same thing over and over again. Aren't they related? So let's break it all down. So I because this is something that is only specific to daytime soap operas, especially in America. So Jake is the bio son of the late Jason Morgan, Elizabeth Weber Baldwin. He was raised, though, for part of his life as a Spencer, and making Lucky his father to protect the mob people where it was after Jason. Remember the whole story. Plus, Jake was thought to be dead, but he was kidnapped by Helena Cassadine and brought back. I miss Creepy Jake. He was great. And brought him back, and now he's back in his safe arms. But it came out he is Jason as his father. Meanwhile, Lulu Spencer, without her knowledge, had a kid, because she didn't know, with Valentine Cassadine. We thought it was Stavros, but it was Valentine. They wrote history, and Charlotte was born. Just like Spencer and Cameron, just like half the folks here, many of them called Laura their grandmother. Jake was raised and calls all three of Elizabeth's children, even though Aiden is her true grandson. Cameron and I say true meaning bio. I'm gonna change that word. But Jake and Cameron were raised with Laura as their grandmother. So folks are saying, well, weren't Charlotte and Jake raised together as cousins? That part's legitimate. So we have to kind of break this down. The soap staple and trope is that, you know, there's so many people who married each other, slept with each other, had kids with each other. So many families are intermingled that this is what happens. And the loophole is if they aren't blood related. Sam and Dante share a sibling, have cousins in common. Like there's all this stuff that they have in common, but they never really talk about it like such. That's another soap staple. Just don't talk about it. Christina is her sister. Christina is Dante's sister. Now they show them as each other's sisters separately. If you notice in scenes, always Christina and Sam have their scenes separately, and Dante and Sam have their scenes separately. Molly is her sister, yet Molly is his cousin. They rarely interact. Then you, of course, you have the younger kids, Avery and Donna, are both related to Dante, but Avery's actually Sam's cousin to Ava, because she's actually a Jerome, which is really never talked about. And all the Cassadine stuff we get in there too. It's all in there. And the Falconeri stuff. But Sam and Dante, I'm kind of getting used to now at this point. But I always thought it was kind of weird because also they have Leo in common. Leo is actually is Dante's little brother biologically. But he's also Julie and Jerome's son biologically, so that makes him Sam's half brother. And that's the thing. They have to find ways and to bring in someone new, which they do every once in a while, of course. They have to kind of bring someone new every once in a while to freshen the pot. Then usually at some point they gain a family or gain a connection, and then that happens. It just sprouts over. It's such a soap staple. But yes, it's too much. And so when I'm seeing people saying, well, they're related. Everyone's like, no, they're not. So I'm seeing the back and forth online. Now I understand the other side of it. of course, because people are like, "Well, they raised as cousins." Now I got some cousins who are good looking, sure. I'm not attracted to any of them. Won't be dating any of them. And I have some people who are like cousins that I still wouldn't date because they grew up with them like cousins. I have some cousins who's their cousins. I'm like, make sure you get this there. I have cousins who I grew up with their cousins from the other side of the family, so we called them cousin too. Everybody was just cousin. And but they're biologically related to my cousin, not to me. But we feel like cousins. We grew up together. We're cousins. I called your parents uncle and auntie, and all that stuff. So I get that. But I just find it amusing that everyone's up in arms because it's going back and forth because it's like it is crazy. I mean, it's crazy, of course. Of course, it's crazy. But on the other hand, I think it's kind of sweet. We need a young love story, so to speak. It could be innocent and fun. And we don't see the actors. I mean, we need multi-generational actors, I guess. So I don't know. I think it could be sweet. But I just wanted to mention that I see this, and this just happens in all the soaps. It just happens. It's incestuous. It's crazy, but it's soap opera, right? I love it. I'm James Lott Jr. Daytime Today is on all the streaming services. Talk to you next time.